Breakfast and brilliant ideas, coffee and conversation, we're serving up that and much more at IBJ Media's events. Join us at an upcoming event and kickstart your day with fresh ideas and new connections. Check out our event lineup and register now at ibj.com/RSVP.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of Wednesday, February 18th, 2026. I'm Abriana Herron. Construction activity, expanded air service, and sustained leisure demand in St. Joseph County is reshaping the region's tourism economy. The county surpassed 1 million hotel room night stays for the first time in 2025, and the South Bend International Airport broke a nearly 30-year passenger record. Airport CEO Mike Daigle says the gains reflect years of investment in air connectivity.
This doesn't happen overnight. It takes sometimes years of work. It takes lots of effort by a lot of great people to be able to establish these kinds of records.
Tourism generated an estimated $1.5 billion in economic impact for the county. That includes $960.2 million in visitor spending and nearly 13,000 tourism-related jobs, according to the organization. An ICE detainee has died while in custody at the Miami Correctional Facility north of Kokomo. Lorth Sim, a Cambodian national, was found dead shortly after 7 a.m. Monday. The cause of death is under investigation. Google launched a website designed to answer questions that address concerns on the impact of its $2 billion data center in Fort Wayne. The website provides information on several areas of concern that have been raised by residents, including rising electricity bills, impact of air quality, and impact of nearby wetlands. Google announced the facility was operational in December, less than 2 years after construction first began. Inside Indiana Business Radio on demand is made possible by the following.
Thanks for listening to this IBJ Media podcast. You're probably going to remember this ad. Do you know why? Podcast advertising works. 85% of listeners recalled hearing an ad during a podcast, and 70% of podcast listeners have acted after hearing an ad. So whether you're looking to be heard across the entire IBJ Media podcast network, sponsor one of our shows, or just start with a 30-second ad, IBJ Media can help. Contact advertise at ibj.com to learn more.
A House Republican priority proposal that is intended to level out sudden fluctuations in utility bills earned bipartisan support in the Senate on Tuesday. Inside Indiana Business's Alex Brown has more.
Republican Senator Ed Cook of Bedford called House Bill 1002 a transformational and historic measure. The legislation addresses utility assistance programs, predictable billing plans, and hot weather shutoff protections for low-income customers. It also creates multi-year rate plans with performance-based incentives and new data reporting requirements for utility companies. The Senate approved the bill unanimously 46-0, but Democrats argued it won't actually lower monthly bills and said it doesn't go far enough. Because the measure was amended, it must return to the House for approval before heading to Governor Mike Braun. Lawmakers also advanced several other high-profile bills. An anti-doxing proposal passed the House 88-0. The measure, prompted by threats tied to last year's redistricting debate, would make posting someone's personal information online with intent to harass a Class A misdemeanor. In some cases, it would be classified as a felony, including when the target is a member of the General Assembly. Another bill would require criminal defendants to be present in the courtroom when victims deliver impact statements. That measure passed unanimously. The Senate approved a full ban on cryptocurrency ATMs 45-0 after lawmakers cited growing concerns about scams. Also, a ban on ranked choice voting is now headed to the governor's desk after passing the House, largely along party lines. Alex Brown, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
The Indiana State Department of Agriculture is reopening a program that helps farmers improve nutrient management and save money at the same time. The initiative covers the cost of soil sampling for eligible farmers in the Mississippi River Basin, including parts of Indiana. Visit the Indiana State Department of Agriculture website to access the application and learn more about the program. People in 4 Indiana hospitals are taking a new mobility product for a test ride. 2 University of Notre Dame alumni, a medical doctor and a medical engineer, created Bedside Bike. The device attaches to the footboard of hospital beds to deliver lower and upper body resistance exercises. Dr. Neil Jareth is one of the founders of Kinetitech, which developed the device. He says movement, even in a bed, is good for patients, especially those over 65.
We know that the randomized controlled trial literature says it takes just 20 minutes a day or like 900 steps to prevent the complications of immobility entirely. So we know that if we reach those goals and we're tracking those, we have a chance at kind of ending this epidemic.
Nearly 100 Indiana patients are using the devices. I'm Abriana Herron for Inside Indiana Business Radio On Demand.
Stay ahead with Inside Indiana Business Radio On Demand, your go-to source for the latest business news across the Hoosier State. Join hosts Gary Dick and Alex Brown every weekday morning and afternoon for concise updates on Indiana's top business stories. Subscribe now on your favorite podcast app or listen at ibjpodcasts.com.
Do you want to know what really drives change in Indiana? You won't find it in sound bites, you'll find it in stories. Stories from CEOs, lawyers, coaches, entrepreneurs, and community advocates. That's the IBJ Media Podcast Network. Insightful, local, impactful. Find all of our shows by searching IBJ Media in your podcast app or visit ibjpodcast.com.